Hello. Welcome to EasyVB, Tutorial 20. In Tutorial 19, we explained the simple coding structures of if, then, else, else if, and if. In this tutorial we will explain the coding structure for nested if, then statements, and explain how these can be used. Before we go on to explain in detail, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and even comment, in support of the channel. Thank you. Okay. So what is a nested if, then statement, and how do we use it? As the name suggests, a nested if, then statement is when one if, then statement is enclosed, or nested within another. Here is an example code of the structure. As can be observed, one if, then statement is enclosed within another. The automatic indenting, performed by the Visual Studio IDE, makes the structure clear to observe. The nested structure is useful to check multiple conditions, and to have different tasks performed, depending on how many of the conditions are met. So each if statement acts like a gate to the next if statement when a condition is met. Let's code a simple example using this structure. Create a Windows Forms application. Add a picture box of size 50 pixels square. Change its name to PB1. Set its back color to blue. Set its location to 0, 0. Add 3 buttons to the form. Change the text on the left button to Run Nested If, and its name to btn Run. Change the text on the middle button to Reset, and its name to btn Reset. Change the text on the right button to Make Box Red, and its name to btn Red. Create a click event for each of the 3 buttons by double-clicking on them. For there, Make It Red button click event, write the code. PB1.backColor equals color.red. For there, Run Nested If button click event, write the code. If PB1.location.x equals 0, then PB1.width equals 100. If PB1.backColor equals color red, then PB1.backColor equals color yellow. And if for there, Reset button click event, write the code. PB1.size equals new size, open bracket, 50, 50, close bracket. PB1.backColor equals color.blue. Okay, now run the application. First click there, Run Nested If button. We can observe that the picture box increases in width to 100 pixels. When we click there, Run Nested If button again, no further action occurs. We can understand why there is no further action when we examine the code. In the nested if, then statement, the condition for PB1 being red is not met, so that acts as a closed gate, preventing any further action, in this case, preventing the color of PB1 to become yellow. So, click the reset button, which resets the original conditions. Then, click again on Run Nested If. As before, we get an increase in the width of PB1. This time, click there, Make Box Red button, and we can observe that the color of PB1 changes to red. Click there, Run Nested If button again. And there, we can observe the color of PB1 changes to yellow. Click the Reset button, and try one more time. This time, click there, Make Box Red button first, then click there, Run Nested If button. We can observe now that PB1, both, changes in width, and in color to yellow, completing all activities of the nested if, then, code. This occurs because the conditions of each if statement in the structure were already met before we ran the nested if sub. Okay. It should be clear now what a nested if, then, structure is and how it may be used. But, in this example we only have one level of nesting. In fact, we are not restricted to one level of nesting, we can have as many levels as we want. Let's try that now by modifying our code to add a few more nest levels and conditions. Add 2 more buttons to the form and place these above the Make Box Red button. Change the text on one button to Make Box Height 100, and its name to BTNH 100. Change the text on the other button to Make Form Color Salmon, and its name to BTN Form Color. Create a click event for both buttons by double-clicking on them. For there, Make Box Height 100 button click event, write the code. PB1.height equals 100. For there, Make Form Color Salmon button click event, write the code. ME.backColor equals color salmon. Add a text box. Change its name to TB1. Change its font size to 16. And set its multi-line property to true. Go now to the click event for the Run Nested If button, and add some more nested if structures, and some more conditions. Write the code. If PB1.height equals 100, then PB1.location equals new point, open bracket, 100, 100, close bracket, end if. Then add one further nested if, then, structure. Write the code. If ME.backColor equals color salmon, then TB1.text equals open quotes. We hope this helped explain nested if, then, statements, close quotes, end if. Finally, go to the click event for the reset button, and add the following code. PB1.location equals new point, open brackets, 0, 0, close brackets. ME.backColor equals system colors, control. TB1.clear, empty brackets. Okay, now we have code with multiple levels of nested if, then, statements, 4 in total, and a number of different conditions to be satisfied. Let's run the application to see how it is working. First click there, Run Nested If button. We can see that it increases the width of PB1, but no other actions are taken because the first nested if requires PB1 back color to be red. So, click there, make box red button, followed by the run nested if button. Now we can observe that the color of PB1 changes to yellow. Although, once again, further clicks on run nested if result in no other action. When we look at the code we can see that the action is now blocked because PB1 is no longer red. Okay, we can solve that by clicking there, make box red button again, and also clicking there, make box height 100 button. Now when we click run nested if, we have more change. The position of PB1 changes from 0, 0, to 100, 100. When we examine the code we can see that the conditions had met the requirements of 3 successive if statements. The conditions were PB1 location X was 0, PB1 back color was red, and PB1 height was 100. Now we want to get to our final action, which is to write a message in the text box. To do that the condition required is that the form color is salmon. So click there, make form color salmon button, followed by the run nested if button. Do we get our message written in the text box? No, we don't, and when we examine the code we can see why. We now no longer meet the condition of the first if statement, that PB1 location X should be 0. Even if we did, we also no longer meet the condition of the first nested if statement, that PB1 should be red. So we are not passing these gates. The gates are closed. And also, meeting the condition of the form color being salmon does not result in our message either. Since when we run the nested if sub, we don't get to reach the most indented nested if then statement. So click there, reset button now, and we will try again. This time, before clicking on run nested if, first click on the buttons, make box red, make box height 100, and make form color salmon. Now, when we click on run nested if, we observe we get all actions taken, including our message written to TB1, which is the action of the innermost, or final, nested if then statement. Okay. That was perhaps a long tutorial to explain a simple subject. But, nested if then structures are really worth being aware of. They are very useful, and will also creep into your code writing, naturally, by necessity. In the next tutorial we will look at the logical operators, and, or, which are commonly used with, if, then, statements. Thanks for watching. We hope this tutorial was useful. If it helped you, please like, share, and subscribe.